Hello students, welcome back to our channel NEET Mantra. I am Prince Sharma, your biology faculty and mentor. So students, in this video we are going to have a quick revision of chapter locomotion and movement. I divided this chapter into two parts. In this video we will only discuss about muscle and its properties, and in part 2 we will discuss about skeleton and bone. So let's start. What is locomotion? The ability of the body to move from one place to another is known as locomotion. Means you are traveling from point A to point B. It is locomotion. Your position is changing. There is some sort of displacement is there. Okay, you cover a distance and it is always going to be voluntary. यह आपकी अपनी मर्जी से होगा कि आप एक जगह से उठ के दूसरी जगह पे जा रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट वी हैव मूवमेंट. इन मूवमेंट प्लेस विल नॉट चेंज. तो मूवमेंट में क्या होता है कि आप उसी जगह पर रहते हैं या कोई भी ऑर्गेनिज्म उसी जगह पर रहता है और उसके पोस्चर में या उसकी एक्टिविटी में सम सॉर्ट ऑफ चेंज आता है. इट विल बी एट ऑर्गेनिज्म, टिश्यू और सेल लेवल. इट कैन बी वॉलेंट्री और इनवॉलेंट्री. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू आर सिटिंग एट योर स्टडी टेबल एंड you are moving your hand. It is a movement, not a locomotion. Okay, so it is a voluntary movement. Okay, your heart is beating but it's not traveling. It is a movement, not a locomotion, and it is an involuntary movement. Now we look at type of movement. First we have ciliary movement. Obviously the name suggests it is done with the help of cilia, and example is ova in oviduct. So in oviduct the movement of ova is due to the cilia, and here you can see there is no change in place of the organism, only the ova is moving inside the organism. Next we have amoeboid movement. It is done with the help of protoplasmic streaming and it is done by macrophages and leukocytes. Next we have muscular movement. It is done by the help of muscle. For example, you move your limb and you move your tongue, jaw, you speak. These are all under movements. But if you use your limb to go from point A to point B, then it will be considered as locomotion, not movement. Okay, so you have to remember that कि मूवमेंट में आपका क्या है, पोजीशन चेंज नहीं होती, मतलब बेसिकली प्लेस चेंज नहीं होते. अगर आप पॉइंट ए पे हैं तो आप पॉइंट ए पे रहेंगे, बट इन लोकोमोशन यू ट्रैवल फ्रॉम पॉइंट ए टू पॉइंट बी. Next, you must remember that muscle are mesodermal in origin. And now we look at some properties of muscle. The first one is excitability. Excitability is the ability to respond to a stimulus. Means muscle are capable of being readily roused into action or state of excitement, or you can also use the term irritability. Okay. After we have contractibility. It is the ability of muscle cell to forcefully shorten. तो आप अपने, for example, you flex your biceps. That means you are shortening your muscle. Next we have extensibility. It means it is the ability of muscle to be stretched. आप अपनी muscle को stretch कर सकते हैं, like you are doing any stretching exercise, so you are showing extensibility property. Next we have elasticity. Elasticity is the ability to recoil or bounce back to the muscle original length after being stretched. For example, you stretched your muscle and after stretching, when it comes to its normal position, that is known as elasticity. So based on location, muscle are of three types. One is skeletal muscle, other is visceral muscle, and third one is cardiac muscle. So skeletal muscle are also known as striated muscle because they have striation on their structure. These are also known as voluntary muscle because we can move them with our will, and these are closely associated with the bones. Next we have visceral muscle. These are non-striated or smooth muscle because no striation is seen on their structure. These are involuntary. They are present in our alimentary canal, reproductive tract, which we can't control with the help of our will. Okay, you can move your alimentary canal, like you cannot shift your alimentary canal to right or left if you think so. Okay, but you can move your hand because these are skeletal muscle. In your hand there are skeletal muscle present which are closely associated with bone, and you can move them with your hand, but you cannot move the muscle of your esophagus because they are smooth muscles. Next we have cardiac muscle. Striations are seen on this muscle too, but these are involuntary and they are branched and they are only present in heart. So cardiac muscle is like a mixture of skeletal muscle and smooth muscle. Why I am saying this? Because they have both they have properties of both the muscles, like they have striations like skeletal muscle and they are involuntary like smooth muscle, but they are only present in your heart. Next we study the anatomy of skeletal muscle. Muscle bundle or fascicles connected by connective tissue form skeletal muscle. Okay, so in skeletal muscle you have muscle bundles or fascicles which are connected by fascia, which is a connective tissue, and in each muscle bundle there are muscle fibers, and muscle fibers are lined by sarcolemma which enclose sarcoplasm, and in sarcoplasm there are present sarcoplasmic reticulum which contain calcium ion, which will be very useful during the muscle contraction. When we will study muscle contraction, calcium ion usage will be there. Now we look at muscle fiber. They have a characteristic parallelly arranged filament which are known as myofibrils. Okay, myofibrils contain light band which is known as I band and it is made up of actin, and dark band which is known as A band which is made up of myosin. Now we study this with the help of a diagram so you can understand the anatomy of skeletal muscle in a better way. So students, with the help of this diagram we are going to understand the anatomy of skeletal muscle. So muscle bundles or fascicles connected by connective tissue fascia form the skeletal muscle. So in a skeletal muscle there are many muscle bundle or fascicles which are connected by connective tissue fascia. Each muscle bundle contains many muscle fibers. Muscle fibers are also known as muscle cells which are lined by sarcolemma, encloses sarcoplasm, and sarcoplasmic reticulum is also present there which contain calcium ion. The characteristic of muscle fiber is that they have parallelly arranged filaments known as myofibrils. Myofibrils contains two bands, one light band and another is dark band. Light band is known as I band, it is made up of actin, and dark band which is known as A band, it is made up of myosin. So basically a muscle is made up of muscle bundle is made up of muscle fibers contain myofibrils, and myofibrils contain actin and myosin. And here you can see I represented sarcomere. The area between two successive Z line is known as sarcomere and it is the functional unit of skeletal muscle. Before starting further, I want to give you additional information. Muscle fiber are formed from the fusion of development myoblast in a process known as myogenesis. I am going to repeat this statement so you can understand. Muscle fiber are formed from the fusion of development myoblast in a process known as myogenesis. Now we look at some terms or some important terms. The first one is Z line. So Z line are elastic fiber present at center of I band, as you can see in the diagram. Actin form the I band, and between the actin there is a line present, Z line, which is made up of elastic fibers. Then we have another line, M line, filament of A band held together by a thin fibrous membrane called M line. So as you can see, A band is made up of myosin in this diagram and they are held together by a fibrous membrane known as M line. Now the functional unit of contraction is sarcomere. Okay, and sarcomere is the portion of myofibrils between two successive Z lines. So the portion of myofibril present between two successive Z line is known as sarcomere. सार्कोमियर क्या होगा बच्चों? जेड लाइन के बीच में जो पोर्शन आपको मिल रहा है मसल मायोफाइब्रिल्स में, उसी को क्या बोलेंगे हम? सार्कोमियर बोलेंगे. Now we look at actin filament in a little detail. Actin filament is known as thin filament. As you can see in the diagram, I made them thin, and myosin are thick filament. Actin filament is made up of 2F actin or fibrous actin, tropomyosin and troponin. So I am going to describe actin filament a little more, so listen to it very carefully. Two strands of fibrous or F actin form a double helix extending the length of the myofilament. So F actin form a double helix which extend along the length of myofilament, attached at either end at sarcomere, composed of G actin monomers, each of which has a myosin binding site. So F actin are composed of G actin monomers which have a myosin binding site. Actin site can bind myosin during muscle contraction. So these site which are present on G actin monomers can bind to myosin during contraction. Next we look at troponin. Troponin is composed of three subunits, TNA, TNT and TNC. So the first one is TNA, which bind to actin, TNT bind to tropomyosin and TNC bind to calcium ion. The third one we have tropomyosin is an elongated protein binds along the grooves of the F-actin double helix. During excitation, calcium ion bind to TNC, it interact with tropomyosin to unblock actin allowing cross bridge cycling. तो कॉन्ट्रैक्शन के दौरान या एक्साइटेशन के दौरान क्या होगा, कैल्शियम आयन बाइंड करेगा टीएनसी से और वो इंटरेक्ट करेगा ट्रोपोमाइसिन से, जिससे अनमास्किंग हो जाएगी, जिससे एक्टिन पे जो एक्टिव साइट्स हैं वो क्या है अनब्लॉक हो जाएंगी और वो क्या है क्रॉस ब्रिज बना लेंगी, जिससे कॉन्ट्रैक्शन हो पाएगा. नेक्स्ट वी लुक एट मायोसिन फिलामेंट. इट इज़ नोन एज थिक फिलामेंट. इट इज़ मेड अप ऑफ मोनोमेरिक प्रोटीन मीरोमाइसिन. You must remember this. Myosin is made up of monomeric protein meromycin. Meromycin is made up of two subunits known as heavy meromycin HMM and light meromycin LMM. Light meromycin form the tail region of the myosin filament and heavy meromycin form the globular head with short arm. Okay, so head is formed with the help of heavy meromycin and tail is formed with the help of light meromycin. Globular head, which is made up of heavy meromycin, has active ATPase enzyme and binding site for ATP and active site for actin. So ATP binding site and active site for actin are present on globular head. You must remember this. एक्टिन को बाइंड करने के लिए जो साइट है वो भी ग्लोबुलर हेड पे होती है और एटीपी को बाइंड करने के लिए जो साइट है वो भी ग्लोबुलर हेड पे प्रेजेंट होती है. नाउ वी लुक एट मैकेनिज्म ऑफ मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड वी एक्सप्लेन इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ थ्योरी नोन एज स्लाइडिंग फिलामेंट थ्योरी. ओके, सो ड्यूरिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्शन द थिन फिलामेंट, you should picturize the diagram we just studied of arrangement of actin and myosin. So during contraction the thin filament slides over the thick filaments. Okay, this is a very important point, you must remember this. So for example, you are thinking to flex your muscle, mean you want to contract your biceps. So these are signals, because they are voluntary muscle, these are signals sent by central nervous system by a motor neuron. Now this signal will reach up to neuromuscular junction, and at neuromuscular junction acetylcholine will be released, and due to release of acetylcholine action potential will be generated, and due to this action potential calcium ion is released in sarcoplasm from sarcoplasmic reticulum, and after that, as I told you earlier, calcium will bind to troponin which will unmask the active site for myosin, and now myosin head will bind to active site and form a cross bridge. This pulls actin filament and causes shortening of sarcomere, and here you can see when thin filament will slide over thick filament, the sarcomere will be shortened. Okay, and the contraction will happen. नाउ वी अगेन सी इट। सबसे पहली बात जो मैंने यहाँ पे बोली कि जो कॉन्ट्रैक्शन है, कॉन्ट्रैक्शन में थिन फिलामेंट क्या है, थिक फिलामेंट के ऊपर स्लाइड करेगा। और हम क्या है यहाँ पे वॉलेंट्री मूवमेंट्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो ये जो सिग्नल है वो भेजे जाएंगे सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम से विद द हेल्प ऑफ मोटर न्यूरॉन। और जब ये सिग्नल न्यूरोमस्कुलर जंक्शन में पहुंच जाएंगे तो वहाँ पे एसिटाइल कोलाइन रिलीज़ होगा। एसिटाइल कोलाइन रिलीज़ होने की वजह से एक्शन पोटेंशियल जनरेट होगा और इसकी वजह से जो कैल्शियम आयन है वो सार्कोप्लाज्म में आ जाएंगे, जो पहले की कहाँ थे, सार्कोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम के अंदर थे। और कैल्शियम आयन जब सार्कोप्लाज्म में आ जाएंगे तो वो बाइंड करेंगे ट्रोपोनिन से, और ट्रोपोनिन से बाइंड करने के बाद वो क्या है, जो एक्टिव साइट है मायोसिन के लिए, एक्टिन पे जो एक्टिव साइट है मायोसिन के लिए एक्टिन पे, उसको अनमास्क कर देंगे और मायोसिन हैंड किससे बाइंड कर जाएगा, एक्टिव साइट से बाइंड कर जाएगा और एक क्रॉस ब्रिज का फॉर्मेशन होगा। और इस क्रॉस ब्रिज के फॉर्मेशन की वजह से जो एक्टिन फिलामेंट है वो क्या होगा, पुल होगा, जिससे क्या है सार्कोमेयर छोटा हो जाएगा और कॉन्ट्रैक्शन हो जाएगी। और रिलैक्सेशन इसका जस्ट उल्टा होगा। Now we look at some term. The first one is neuromuscular junction. So the junction between a motor neuron and the sarcolemma of the muscle fiber is known as neuromuscular junction. तो मोटर न्यूरॉन जो इन्फॉर्मेशन लेके आता है और जो सार्कोलीमा है मसल फाइबर की, उसके बीच में जो जंक्शन होता है उसको न्यूरोमस्कुलर जंक्शन बोलते हैं। मोटर यूनिट, मोटर न्यूरॉन अलोंग विद मसल फाइबर इज नोन एज मोटर यूनिट। In contraction, the length of I band decreases, but A band remain constant. You must remember this. Contraction के दौरान I band की जो length है वो decrease होती है, पर A band क्या रहता है, constant रहता है। So this is all about muscle and its properties. If you like this video, please share this video and like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.